In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to add live chat to your Shopify store. In particular, I'm going to be using the app Shopify Inbox. It's an app built by Shopify, and by the end of the video, you'll have it all set up and you'll be able to speak to customers who are live on your store. So let's get right into the video. Now, the first thing we want to do, of course, is to get the app. To do that, we want to go to the apps and then go to the apps and sales channel settings, and then you can go to the Shopify App Store here. From here, what we want to do is we want to go in the search bar and we're going to type in inbox, and you should see this one here, Shopify Inbox. It's by Shopify and it's free. So there are other apps that you could go ahead and use, many different ones here, and if you're using a different integration such as Zendesk, for example, you might want to integrate their live chat, but for now I'm just going to show you how to use this one as it's built in and it's pretty easy to set up. So we'll click on the install button here, and this is going to go ahead and install it onto our store. We just want to go over here and give it a few seconds. It should redirect, and boom, we're actually straight away, the app is live on our store or installed on the back end. So the first thing we can do, very easy, is we just need to set up the chat here, and it's going to take us over to the Shopify store, and it's going to get us to first of all turn it on. So what you'll do, it might automatically turn it on. If not, you just want to press the on button here, make sure it's this way, and it's going to give us some settings here for the chat. So first of all, we're going to be able to change the branding. We've got our background color, we have our text, and we have our buttons. We can change if we want it to be an email, what kind of icon we want it to be. Email, chat bubble, question mark, smiley face, team, wave. You can see down the bottom right, this is where we're editing it. So we can just change it. I'm going to say chat bubble. And if you do accidentally click off, then you can just go back down to app embeds here, and you should be able to change the options on here. We've got the label, so it says chat, assistance, help, contact, live support. Just pick whichever one you want, really. It doesn't matter too much. Now you can see mine looks a little bit strange. I believe that's to do with some of the other apps I might have. So if yours is looking weird, it might be to do with some apps that are clashing with it. You can change the horizontal position, and you can change the vertical position as well, just like that. Now, the last thing you're going to be able to change is the greetings message. So when someone opens it up, this is the message that it's going to send to them. So by default, it says hi, message us with any questions, but you might want to change it to hey, we are online, ask us a question. And you'll see it's going to give you a little bit of a preview here as to what it's going to look like, just like that. So once we're happy, we'll go ahead and click save, and that's going to save the settings onto our Shopify store. So we're going to go now back to manage app, and this is where we're going to be able to change some of the settings about the app. So if we click on manage settings here, this is going to go ahead and give us a load of different settings to do the app. So the customized chat box, this is obviously what we've just been on, the editor on the store. So if you need to go ahead and change it again, you can click on that. So the first thing you're going to see here is the instant answers question. So this is where if someone has a frequently asked question that can be very easily answered and doesn't require you to do it manually, you can add some of them in here. This could be things such as track your order, shipping details, return policies, but just generally commonly asked questions. Does this work for dogs with itchy skin, depending on what kind of product you're selling? So just have a think about questions you get asked a lot, and you can write the answers in here. So with this one here, the track my order one, we can go into it, we can turn it off, we can turn it on, and we'll just create an instant answer here. So the question, let's say, how can I track my order? We can write, tracking your order is very simple. Just click this link here, and then we could add the order tracking link depending on what order tracking software we're using. If you want to learn how to add an order tracking page, then I've got another video on the channel about it, so you can go ahead and watch that. We can press save, and now that's going to be another instant question on the form. But if you want to turn one off, we can do this, turn off, And we can also reorder them like. I hope you're enjoying the video so far. Now down below I've left a link to a completely free course/case study which shows you how I generated over £1.5 million with my food e-commerce brand. I'm not going to promise you overnight you'll be a wild success with this. I'm just going to show you the raw information and the raw strategies I use specifically to build my brand. So it's really valuable information, and as I said, it's completely free. So you can go down below, click on the link and join it. Okay, so moving on down, we're going to see the pre-chat form. If a customer leaves the online store during a conversation, your response will get sent to the email provided. So essentially, it's going to ask them for their email. This way, if they leave, it's going to be able to continue the conversation. It's just a good way to sort of retain customers. So you can put a message here saying something like, give us your email, or insert your email. So insert your email so we can send you details or something. I don't know, just something there. You can go ahead and put it in there. Make sure you have one in. And we can go ahead and press save. I'll just put something there. I'm going to go ahead, press save, and now that has saved our chat box here. But as you can see, you can add as many different instant answers as you would like to do. So we'll go back onto the inbox app here. So that's the settings of the app itself. Pretty simple to go ahead and do. Now, next thing we're going to see is we've got the chat settings here, which we've just looked at, but we're going to have the available hours here. So this is the hours you're available to call or to live chat. So you can see we've got Monday to Sunday, and we've got here 0 till 12, so this is 24 hours. But if we wanted to, let's say we only had support on 9 till 5, we could go ahead, change it 9, say the end time is at 5, and we can do that. Now bear in mind, this is going to be on the time zone of our store, so just keep that in mind. If your store is on a different time zone to you, or a different time zone to your support hours, just bear that in mind. You might have to convert it. You can select all of these, and you can remove all of them if you would like to. The next thing for us to look at is the automated first reply. So when somebody sends a message to you, you can automate the first reply. So you can say something, so this is during hours. So if it's during the live support hours, you can say, thank you for your message, we'll be with you soon, if you prefer not to wait, blah blah. But you could say something like, hey there, please let us know how we can assist. And now every time someone sends a message, it will reply with this, or you can reset to default if you would like to. We can also set one for the hours when we're not available. So this says, hi, we're not currently online, please send us info. So you can just customize that to your liking, and if you want to turn it off, you can turn it off here. So that's basically the customization for that there. Very simple to go ahead and use. Now the next thing we're going to see, if we go back to the inbox app, is up here we can see, well, first of all, we've got the instant messages, which we've already looked at. This can use the Shopify magic. So essentially this will look at commonly asked questions, and it will identify them based upon your site, that kind of thing, and it will automatically give them to you. We already kind of looked at that. But the next thing we can look at is here. This is the messages. So this is going to show us the actual messages from customers, and this is where you would be to go ahead and answer them. What we can do here is we can allow notifications. It means we will get notifications when someone sends a message, and we can also set up desktop notifications if we want to. I'm on a Mac. If you're on a Windows, it might be different, but you can set it up so you're going to get notifications on your desktop when you get a question, which just means you don't have to have this open all the time, and it means that you will be notified easier. But you're going to see here, when someone asks a question, it's going to pop up here. So I'm going to go onto the store quickly, and I'm just going to ask a quick question. So you can see the live chat bubble. I'm going to say, hey there, I need help. It's going to ask for some details. You can see I put that message in there. And now if I go into the back end, you can see the chat open here. So inside the chat, we will see a few different things. We'll see the customer. We can actually see things about the customer. So if they've purchased before, their email, their location, and we can actually manage the customer information. So what's cool here is we can go ahead and speak to them in the live chat, but we can also give them replies automatically like this. So we can go ahead and we could send this, and we can then type in here. So I can say, here's how you can do XYZ. So you can put a team member in here and just get them to reply to these messages here. You've also got things like your quick replies. So if you are getting common questions, you can set up these quick replies. This will mean that you don't have to type out each time. So if you commonly get asked a load of questions, how can I return it? What's your return policy? You can just click this in and then boom, it will just be a quick reply. So these are quite good, and you can ask your assistants or your team members to set these up based upon questions they get commonly asked. You've got stuff like discounts, so we can actually add a discount in here. We can add a product in here if they want a product recommendation, and we can even add images and photos. So maybe we've got some like PDFs or something like that. We can go ahead and add them in there. We can go ahead and send it, and that's going to send to the customer. You can assign it to a staff member. You can mark as unread. You can block the sender if you're getting spam, or you can even close the conversation once it's done. But inside here, this is where you're going to be able to sort of deal with all the different settings of it. Now you've got your notifications, your quick replies, your message preferences, and then you have your chat appearance. So we already looked at this, availability and instant answers, which we already looked at. But inside here now you have your live support set up on your store, ready to go. And this is sure to help you with your conversion rate, especially with people asking questions about more complex items. I hope you enjoyed the video. As I said down below, I've left a link to the completely free guide / course / case study about my £1.5 million food brand. It really just outlines the raw facts of e-commerce, the truth, even the ugly parts, and it just shows you exactly what you need to do if you want to go ahead and create an e-commerce brand. But go ahead, click the link, and you can join for free.